Welcome back to the At Home with Roby show. Visit us today at andrewroby.com. I'm Ashley Davis along with Trent Haston. We're your hosts. Thanks for joining us this morning. Find out more about Andrew Roby at andrewroby.com. That's Andrew, ROBY.com. You know, Trent, one of the things we're most proud of at the Roby family of companies is really getting involved in our community. And we're joined now by Shannon Rush, a Navy SEAL veteran, and Chris Durant from the Lake Norman SEAL Swim. Guys, thanks so much for being here.
Good morning. Thank you.
You guys have a great event coming up this Friday up at Lake Norman, Friday the 24th. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing and exactly why you're doing it, really.
Well, Ash, let's start with why. We're swimming to raise awareness for the veteran suicide epidemic that is plaguing our country right now. But we're also swimming to present a solution, which is called Operation Restored Warrior. At Operation Restored Warrior, we have a 5-day program that's called a Drop Zone, where we actually go after the moral heart wounds that our combat veterans suffer under. These are our warriors, our brothers, our sisters, our mothers and fathers and cousins, people that we love that are coming home and not getting the support that they need, and they find themselves in isolation, which leads to hopelessness. And my team and I decided to go into the darkness and help these guys by swimming across Lake Norman.
Chris, tell me a little bit about your involvement and just the event and what you guys are looking to do.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. I've been involved with the swim since Shannon started it 3 years ago. Once I heard about, number one, the veteran suicide epidemic, but then two, what these guys were doing to create awareness, raise money for this solution found through Operation Restored Warrior, it was really a no-brainer for me to get involved. So, again, I've been involved for the last 3 years. The first year we put it together in about 28 days. It was sort of a slapstick, hey, let's do this. We got an idea, we're going to swim, great, let's do it. And it's really evolved over the last 2 years into something much larger. This year we do have a community leg of the swim, which is 1.2 miles. We invite the public to come out and swim with us, swim with the SEALs. It's 1.2 miles from Blue Parrot to McCrary Creek access area. And what we ask for people that do want to participate, number one, you know how to swim. But then number two, that you raise at least $500 for the foundation, Operation Restored Warrior. There's more information on our website with regards to the swim. But once we get to McCrary, we have a much larger event there. Big send-off, first welcoming all the swimmers back in, but then having a big send-off with Patriot Guard riders, JROTC detachment, which will be doing the presentation of colors, national anthem, and then we relaunch the 6 Navy SEALs swimming the final 12.4 miles down to Rusty Rudder.
So these are guys that have already swam the 1.2.
Absolutely.
With the beginners.
Yeah, they're actually our first responder lifeguards in the water with these guys.
They're behind the other guys,
yeah.
Right?
So this has a lot of what I love about the opportunities we have in America. Number one, we love charity at the Roby family, but number two, we love the USA, and we love people to protect our freedoms that allow us to run an entrepreneurial for-profit business and live our lives that we live, I think, like no other place in the world. So sincerely from mine and my family's and my business family's heart, thank you guys.
Thank you.
But it makes sense. You're swimming in your Navy SEALs. So when you think about Navy SEALs, you think about swimming. And you're polishing this diamond. I mean, it's kind of like we do a cornhole tournament, and everybody's like, well, you do cornhole. Well, we raise money. It gives us a diamond to polish and something to talk about and something to just build awareness around. And it's good y'all been doing this for some years now, and you seem to be building a good following. Now, I would assume the public can come out and hang out and have a party at the Rusty Rudder with you guys and donate money and support.
Absolutely. It's probably the biggest party on the lake every year. We're anticipating a lot more activity this year simply because we've been promoting it a little bit longer than we have in the past. But yeah, it's phenomenal. We've got live music. We have another JRTC group on hand to do the presentation of colors and national anthem again. We've got a live auction, some phenomenal items, and that's really been one of our biggest money makers is the auction and some of the unique items that we present.
Cool.
So we've got Shannon Rush and Chris Durant from the Lake Norman SEAL Swim with us. The event is this Friday, July 24th. If you want to get in full disclosure, Trent, you and I have talked about this on other shows, I'm swimming. I didn't really start swimming to train for this till about a month ago. I did my first open swim last Friday with Shannon and some guys. So if you want to get out there and raise some money, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Please come out and join us. Go to LKN SEAL Swim SwimAndSaveSomeLives.org. It's going to be a great day. Shannon, talk a little bit more about what that day is like and what's it like to swim 13.6 miles when you know you're swimming for this kind of cause.
Well, guys, and this is how I feel about anything in life. When you put the reason in front of you, the reason's got to be bigger than the obstacle that you're trying to overcome. That's how I've lived my life. So putting the reason that we're swimming for our warriors in front of 13.6 miles, it really makes it pretty easy. We have a lot of fun. The group of guys that we have coming out to swim, we're going to swim no matter what, rain or shine. So we're just out there to create a bunch of noise, to point in the direction of this epidemic, and also to present a solution.
How long does it take you to swim 13 miles?
It takes about 6 hours, 6.5 hours total.
So I tell people I swim when I go to the Y some mornings, and I think my top line is either 15 to 20 down and backs. About 20 minutes. So
come out and join us for the community swim, Trent.
I'm going to be. I might next year. I'm
All
actually
right.
going to be out of town. Ash was hitting me up, so sorry.
Yeah, I tried to get him in. He wouldn't do it, Shannon.
Guys, it's a huge community event, and that was the basis of it from the beginning. We wanted to do something in our community that made a difference, and we could see it. Over the past 2 years, we've raised over $150,000, which has sent 75 men through the Drop Zone program, 10 of them being from our community alone, which is unique to anywhere else in the United States. We are making a difference with this event in our community, and it's very humbling for me swimming up to the Rusty Rudder and seeing the response from the community as we swim in. It's humbling.
It is. It's humbling. And you have a challenge, right? Tell us a little bit about your 5 for 5 challenge that you're doing on Facebook.
So I was pacing around the house the other night, as I do when I'm thinking, and I wanted to come up with a way where more people can get involved. Not everybody's going to come out and swim 1.2 miles, and I realized that. So I came up with this idea, 5 for 5, let's save some lives. Stop veteran suicide is the slogan that just kept coming up on me, inside of me. So I started a GoFundMe account, and you can find this post on LKN SEAL Swim on Facebook or LKN SEALSwim.org. And it's just you donate $5, and you challenge 5 people to donate $5 as well. And that's pretty easy stuff. Instead of dumping ice on your head or any of that crazy stuff, I figured your participation, if people wanted to get involved, a $5 donation, and then challenge 5 friends. Guys, like I said, this is everybody in our community. There's not a family in America that I know of that doesn't have somebody that served in the military. So this is our families. This is, like I said, our mothers, brothers, fathers, cousins, and best friends that have served our country and served us to defend our freedoms. And, $5 is a very small donation to give back. And as that cascades across America, yes, it's $5, but that can rapidly turn into something very big to save a lot of lives. And that's what the 5 and 5 challenge was.
Well, it builds awareness. That's your goal. And it also gets the layperson, the person that's not that charitable already at heart. I'm not saying that there is something wrong. They just don't know. It gets them to something attainable. I mean, they can donate $5 and then get 5 buddies. That's an easy ask.
Absolutely, Trent. Absolutely.
And that's $30 spinning a flywheel. I like it.
Yep.
Absolutely. Guys, to say thank you for being here doesn't even begin to touch it. Thanks so much for what you're doing. Thanks, Shannon, for your service. We really appreciate it. If you want to get involved, folks, it's Lake Norman SEAL Swim. It's Friday, July 24th in McCrary Creek Access. They're going to swim from there to the Rusty Rudder. Starts around 11 a.m. Go to LKNSealSwim.org. That's LKNSealSwim.org. Check out the event. Check out the 5 for 5 challenges. Save some lives. Guys, thanks so much for being here. Trent, another great show. That's a great way to end it. Time for another week, buddy.
I'm pretty happy.
All right. You're listening to the At Home with Roby show. Thanks for being here. We'll be back next Sunday at 9 a.m. We hope you will be too. And remember, whether you're in the car or on the couch, you're always at home with Roby.